Like the video if you're excited for 2020 to be over. If everyone doesn't like this video, I don't know what I got to do. I'm excited that 2020 is finally over, but you know what? I am excited to get 2021 started. I'm excited to see how much more we can grow this channel. So if you guys could, please go ahead and like this video. No matter the location, from OAKLA to LV, I'm a Raider. Let's get into today's mailbag. AZ Raider, first one coming in was a super chat. JuJu might not play for the Steelers next year. Do you think we go for him? No, I don't really want any part of JuJu Smith-Schuster. He's a little bit too flashy for me, and in terms of staying off social media, he can't really do that. I'll also take Allen Robinson, Chris Godwin, Kenny Golladay. I'll take all three of those receivers over a player like JuJu, who he's talented, but since losing Antonio Brown, he's gone from being a wide receiver 1 to like a wide receiver 2. We don't need any more 2s. We need a 1. All right, this next one's coming in from Juice Master. Okay. The Raiders were interested in Jadeveon Clowney before. Now that he's cheaper, could they sign him? I don't really think he's going to be cheaper. I understand that he hasn't had a very good year, but in terms of money, he's not going to take a deal under $10 million, in my opinion. Like, he doesn't have any sacks this year. It's been an absolute disaster in Tennessee, and he's not going to go back to Tennessee because they're not going to want him. But if there's anything that I've learned at my time here at Chat Sports, Jadeveon Clowney wants to get paid, and he's still going to get $10+ million a year. Because if he doesn't, he just won't sign. Like this offseason, what did he want? He wanted to get paid. He wanted to get paid, finally did get paid, went to the Titans. He'll take another one-year deal. I honestly think the most likely scenario for him is to probably go back to the Seattle Seahawks, the team that knows him very well, a team that he had some success with. So let me know, should the Raiders go out and sign Jadeveon Clowney? I want you to type S for sign, or I want you to type D for don't. It is as simple as that. S for sign, D for don't. Should the Raiders go out and sign Jadeveon Clowney? You know what? I'm going to make this the pinned comment on today's episode. Dondo613, what up, brother? Call me crazy. You might be crazy. I'll call you crazy. But new defensive coordinator, young OC, figure out our damn defense, playoff contenders or even Super Bowl contenders in the next 2 seasons. I mean, to be a Super Bowl contender, it's not an easy thing, so I'm just going to say no. I'm sorry until I see something different. In terms of DCs, go check out my Paul Gunther replacements video. I put my top 10 candidates on that. And then OC, I said before, I want a young offensive coordinator. I would actually love Kafka, the pass game coordinator for the Chiefs. That's somebody who I've thrown out there, but I'll try to maybe put together some offensive coordinators that the Raiders go out and get. All right, let's go to No Garcia. Wow, your caps are definitely on. Mitch! Gruden gets a grade of a C, needs to turn things around, especially on defense. No more excuses. Happy New Year to you and Raider Nation. Joe, no, when you type, man, you can take a breath. It's all good. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to Raider Nation. And, yeah, I think Gruden gets a C. I think the way that he can turn things around is by taking a little bit pressure off him, swallowing some pride, and taking some help from somebody like a younger offensive coordinator. All right, no. What do you think? You're going to give him a C, but what does everyone else think? I want you to grade Jon Gruden this season. A, B, C, D, or F. I'm in the C, C- range as well. But again, he's improved from 2018 to 2019, and I think they're going to win this week. So, yeah, I'm going to give him a C grade. All right, next one's coming in. Super chat from Harvey Blanco. Reminder, when you super chat, we'll put you on the show. No NFL team has kicked more short field goals than the Raiders. I know I saw. The total is 18 attempts from a range of 20 to 29 yards. The next lowest is the Panthers that has 12 attempts. What is your take on this? It's just Gruden being conservative. It's them not being able to take advantage when they get into the red zone. I mean, considering the fact that they're one of the worst red zone touchdown scoring teams in the league, ranked 25th, that's just not going to get it done. And considering the fact that they are, I believe it's like 36% over the last 3 weeks, this is a team that's just not playing their best football when it matters the most. And it's also Gruden not having confidence in his offense to be able to convert. One of the most confusing things to me is Darren Waller. They were using him so much in the red zone early on, and now they're not really using him at all. Instead, they're giving 4 targets to Jason Witten. To me, that makes no sense. If you guys want to try to make some sense and turn that into some dollars, go ahead and get started with BetUS. Chatsports.com/Raiders. Yes, this is the sponsor of the show. They're hooking you all up with the best deal on the internet. How do you take advantage of it? You got to go to this link here. I'm also going to put it in the live chat, so click on it. Chatsports.com/Raiders. Then you use this promo code. Raiders125, it gets you a 125% deposit bonus. So when you deposit $100, you get $125 for free to bet with. So basically, $225 for only $100. And on top of that, because you know what? I'm trying to be a nice guy here. Out of the kindness of my heart, I am going to hook you up with a free Raiders jersey when you go and deposit at least $100 at chatsports.com/Raiders. So we've been doing really well here as a company because Raider Nation, y'all have been killing it. So I want to be able to give back to you because 2020 has been a hard season, or hard year in general. Also, yeah, a hard season. But 2020 sucked. Maybe I can cheer you guys up a little bit with an extra little cherry on top. That cherry is a Raiders jersey. They're Nike. They're the ones that I got on right here. And if you want more details on how to get it, email me, raiders@chatsports.com. But the only way you are getting this jersey is at first you do it before the new year because this deal is only valid until the new year. And, yes, you got to go ahead and get started with BetUS. But email me, raiders@chatsports.com for the deets. All right, this next one's coming in from E. Manny. Feed Edwards. I don't know about feed Edwards, but he at least needs to get some scraps on his plate because to not target him at all, I definitely think is doing him a disservice. It's also doing the team a disservice. He was pretty solid the first 3 weeks. Then he had that ankle sprain, and they just haven't been using him. He's been on Twitter liking tweets about wanting to get more targets. I've seen it. And also, I was hoping that you'd see a little bit more out of Edwards to know what they're going to do with Tyrell Williams. Because as soon as the Raiders drafted Edwards, I was like, okay, here's your Williams replacement. They haven't been doing it. I still think that they're going to move on from Tyrell. But, yes, I'm in agreement with you. They need to start feeding Edwards a little bit more. All right, let's go to another super chat here from Eric Del Rio. Let me get a sip of my water. We are such a predictable and old-school offense. Do you think Gruden can break out of coaching as it is 2000? Or do you think he will never change? I actually don't think Gruden will ever change. Does that mean that he shouldn't be the head coach? No, I actually think that Jon Gruden is a good head coach. And I think that he's a good leader. I mean, there's not many other teams out there where players are getting tattoos of the team on their body because from the players that I've talked to, they love the culture of the Raiders. They love playing for Jon Gruden. But Gruden does need to wake up. He needs to get out of 2000. And I think by them going out and hiring a new OC, sorry, Greg Olsen, go out, hire some new guy who can make this offense fun. Because it is so boring to watch at times and so predictable. And if you and I can predict it, I guarantee you NFL teams can definitely predict it. So, yeah, new OC. Another super chat from E. Maney. Appreciate you, dude. Do you think Damon would play good without Cast? I don't really think the cast is the issue. I think the biggest problem for Damon Arnett is he doesn't know his responsibility a lot of times, and he hasn't been tackling very well. You could say maybe that's because of the cast, but he also hasn't been covering people. Arnett has been a bust so far this year. There's no other way to shake it. He hasn't been good. I'm still hoping that he can come into his own. You can see the talent's there. He's more of a man corner to me, which is why sometimes I get frustrated that they're always playing, zone. But hopefully, going forward, new defensive coordinator, better defense in general, will help somebody like Damon Arnett out. All right, Michael Armstrong, what up, brother? The Raiders haven't had a defense ranked higher than 20th for as long as Carr has been a part of the team. It's actually the last time they had a top 20 defense, I believe, was 2002. So it's been a really long time. Been a part of the team. When will people realize he isn't the problem? I don't think that Derek Carr is the problem, but I don't know if he's the solution either. I think Carr is a good quarterback, and there's nothing wrong with being a good quarterback. But is Derek Carr good enough, honestly, to win you a Super Bowl? Because that's the goal every year, to win a Super Bowl. I can't honestly look here and tell you in the eyes that he is good enough. Now, did he beat Patrick Mahomes? Yes, he did. That was one time, y'all. And what have we seen over the last few years? Him get either banged up or he doesn't play his best football down the stretch. You're going to look at the numbers. You're going to see 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. But what about the 8 fumbles? I mean, that's also a huge, huge factor there. He's a good quarterback, but I don't know if he's honestly the solution. Let's go to Zornell. Zornell, what up, brother? How about kick Chucky to GM and hire a new head coach? Well, that's not how it works. I mean, I understand the fact that you can't really get rid of Gruden because of his contract, but That Mike Mayock's obviously not going to agree with that, and I don't think Mike Davis is going to do that either. They have a lot of confidence in Mayock, but he definitely needs to be better. This past year's draft has been really, really bad. There's really no other way to shake it because Ruggs hasn't been good, Arnett hasn't been good. You already traded away Lynn Bowden Jr. Bryan Edwards has been up and down. Tanner Muse has been on IR. John Simpson's coming off a solid game. And then Amik Robertson, he hasn't been good, but I do also think that he has a lot going for him, at least in terms of long term. But Zornell, I appreciate your question. If I missed anybody's questions, we're going to get into another mailbag if you're watching this live. If not, if you want to, dip out, it's all good. You can always hit me up on IG. I'm at MItchell Renz 365. My DMs are open. Seriously, hit me up. If you got questions, you want to talk Raiders, there's a reason they're open, and it's because I want to talk to y'all.